Hi there, good afternoon. Thank you for tuning in and for watching this check of ANF Plus. A couple things we're talking about. We have some news headlines to get to, but also the first alert forecast. We're going to be talking about dangerous heat this afternoon, this evening, again on our Sunday afternoon and our early Sunday evening. And then stormier weather Monday, first alert to a greater impact from showers and thunderstorms, though we do even have a few showers out there today. And then big changes, lots to talk about next week. Number one, we know it's going to get a little cooler, a little drier. Don't want to call it a taste of fall, but a far cry from the heat that we have at the moment. And we're going to be watching the tropics pretty closely down across the Gulf of Mexico, the Yucatan Channel, the far western Caribbean. There is a system trying to organize, and while there is, as there typically is, some uncertainty in the first alert forecast, we're watching pretty closely the setup to our south and where that may go, because it is looking like somewhere across the southeast there will be some tropical weather impacts as we get into the early and middle portion of next week. Of course, nothing set in stone, a lot to still digest and to go over data-wise, and still resolving the forecast pattern. Forecast models are, so still some uncertainty, but we'll go into the possibilities, talk more about that coming up here in just a few minutes. Wesley Millsap is tuning in on YouTube. Hey, Cutter, checking in from Ackworth. Hello to you. Speaking of Ackworth, it is hot on the northwest side. Low to mid-90s, Canton down into Cobb County, though Atlanta now 99. Athens is at 98 degrees. Covington is at 95. Locust Grove is at 97. So it is a scorcher of a day in the first alert forecast, and only getting hotter as we get deeper into maybe the next 45 minutes. Yeah, we're getting close to the hottest point of the day, but we could sneak out another degree or so over the next 30 to 45 minutes. And then after that, I do think that we will have a slightly cooler stretch of weather, though still a very hot evening is in the first alert forecast. Once we get past the hottest point of the afternoon, it may feel a little bit better, but that heat advisory is going to remain in effect until 8 o'clock this evening, and that is, of course, when dangerous heat index temperatures are possible. Right now, let's take you outside, live outside across Midtown and downtown Atlanta. It is mostly sunny out there. Do have a few clouds building up. So far, not seeing much in the way of shower and thunderstorm activity close to the city, but we do have a few roaming out there well north of town. Again, first alert radar, it's up in the mountains that we're seeing the majority of our shower activity. Did have a severe thunderstorm up in northeast and Alabama and extreme northwest Georgia earlier today. Closest shower right now into the city is going to be up into North Fulton, Gwinnett County, Norcross, Alpharetta. Little downpour developing. Radar not detecting any lightning yet, though certainly some rumbles are possible. There's just so much energy in the atmosphere because temperatures, in part, because temperatures are so hot. So would not be surprised if there was some really electric, but still very isolated showers and thunderstorms into the early evening hours. If you're trying to cool off on Lake St. Clair and Oconee, Putnam County area, there is a downpour developing right now. Again, no lightning and thunder detected just yet, though can't rule it out. We could have a little bit of thunder and lightning develop over the next several minutes. Really the next, I would say, the greatest storm chance, time now 4:50, probably through about 6:57 p.m., though definitely can't rule out a few showers lingering a little bit later in the evening. So just keep that in mind. We'll be watching that potential for the next couple of hours. Don't cancel the plans. Reminder, you can always go out and about, continue your day, but to just have a way to be alerted to showers and storms approaching your plans. The First Alert weather app is going to be a great tool there to keep in hand. It's a free and easy download. Just search First Alert Weather or Atlanta News First in your app or Google Play Store as we get deeper into the afternoon, and then for those outdoor dinner plans that you may have. All right, let's talk about out the door tomorrow morning. Temperatures mild. It's going to be a pretty warm one out the door tomorrow. We were in the mid and upper 70s this morning. We've had a couple of mornings this week over the past 7 days, 80 degrees or warmer, and we missed tying the all-time record warm minimum or low temperature at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport by only 1 degree earlier this week. Forecasting a low temperature tomorrow morning, downtown Atlanta, 79. Of course, it's going to be a little bit cooler outlying, but not too much. Smyrna, 74. Kennesaw, 74. McDonough, typically one of the cooler metro spots down in Henry County, 72. Humidity high. Lawrenceville, temperatures in the mid-70s out the door tomorrow morning. And keep in mind, this is early tomorrow morning. Temperatures in the mid-70s. And only getting hotter from there. We have a heat advisory again in effect tomorrow from late morning on through the afternoon. That is shaded in orange, and what you see overlaid on top of that is going to be an air quality alert. So we do have an air quality alert in effect tomorrow as well, today as well, for sensitive groups. So for those that suffer from COPD, those that suffer from asthma, those folks, of course, you know who you are. Best to avoid the strenuous outdoor activities until maybe later in the afternoon and the evening. Perhaps maybe 7, 8 o'clock in the evening, a better time to get outside. Or do it really early in the morning, right around sunrise or so. Temperatures, your actual high temperatures tomorrow, just as warm as today, low to mid 90s outside of the city, maybe up into the far north side, maybe some upper 80s up in the highest of elevation communities up in the mountains of northeast Georgia. The rest of us, I would bet on mid to upper 90s. Once again, feeling as hot as 110, much like today. And let's pull out that 7-day forecast, and then we'll do a quick update on the tropics. And then we're going to chat with Tori Cooper here in just a moment about some breaking news coming in to the Atlanta News First newsroom. Next 7 days, first alert, feeling hotter than 105 tomorrow afternoon. First alert Monday, we want you to be aware that, yes, a little cooler, but a greater impact from showers and thunderstorms roaming the area as that front approaches the region. That front still in the vicinity. Tuesday, more scattered showers and storms. And then, as it says there on the 7-day, we are watching the tropics, 50% chance of rain, but that rain chance, entirely dependent on where our front lies and where the system in the Gulf moves over the next several days. It is likely to impact Florida, anywhere from the Panhandle on down to Southwest Florida. It depends on the sharpness of this trough, how strong this little front moving through is going to be. Stronger front, sharper turn to the north and northeast, and a lesser impact here. In fact, it's possible it can only enforce the nice weather Wednesday into Thursday, but it's also possible we could see some impacts from this system as we get into next week. Again, quick update across the Atlantic Basin right now, tracking a tropical wave just now splashing into the far eastern Atlantic off the coast of Africa. Johnny Copper, Johnny, hello to you in Douglasville. Thanks for tuning in and for watching. Any weather questions, comments, concerns, YouTube, the place to be. Atlanta News First is the account to watch, like, and follow. Another tropical wave, area of disturbed weather, southeastern Bermuda. That's a fish storm out to sea, even if it develops. Right now, a low chance. Category 1, Franklin, forecast to remain mostly out to sea, though interest in and around Bermuda, watching closely. Some impacts for the Turks and Caicos. There has been flooding, of course, across Haiti and the Dominican Republic. And this could overperform, so to speak, and could make a run at major hurricane status over the next few days. And where you see that red in the Gulf, that is Invest 93L, now with a high chance, a 90% chance of tropical development within as early as the next couple of days. Obviously, that counterclockwise spin is very evident. It's in the Yucatan Channel right now. Good outflow in all directions. It is wrapping in just a little bit of dry air, it appears, on the west and southwest sides. There is a little bit of wind shear it's going to be dealing with, but I think the biggest detriment to this system is that it's going to be meandering down in this area for a while yet, and it's possible whatever low-level center there is could actually drift back over the Yucatan, back over land, and of course that could disrupt it just a bit here over the next few days, but still worth our attention, worth watching for the next few days. And we are going to be watching the Gulf as we get into the latter part of the weekend, more so early next work week and on into the middle of the week. Where this goes, of course, still up in the air, pardon the pun. There's still some uncertainty here. It's possible it could take a sharper turn towards southwest Florida, could go up towards the Apalachicola area, the Big Bend, and maybe even a little bit further west into the Florida Panhandle. And, of course, the further west landfall or movement of this storm, and that would mean a greater impact Wednesday into Thursday for North Georgia and Metro Atlanta. We're going to be back at 8 p.m. talking weather here coming up in just a few minutes, though I do want to pass the baton, so to speak, over to Tori Cooper talking about some breaking news coming in. Again, Tori, you have some new information on an incident that occurred earlier today.
That's right, and I saw that your temperatures are finally cooling down, but we had some situations taking place in Covington that were certainly heating up. I have my jacket on in here just because it's a little cold, but I am going to just kind of step in here. We always want to get the best video to you guys and as quickly as possible, but we are having a little bit of difficulty with that. So we're going to show you our website right now, just because that's always the best tool. And that way we could show you some of the stories that we've already found a way to get up online so that you can see. Now, some of the new video that we just got and that we're trying to share with you right now is out of Benjamin E. Mays High School, where an altercation took place on the football field. And I'm going to draw your attention to this right now. I'm going to click on this story that we have, if it'll let me, right here. Make it full screen, okay? And what it shows appears to show a football coach from Benjamin E. Mays High School striking another student. Now, we did reach out to the school district about this. Pardon the commercial that will be playing right now, and I'm not going to have the sound up, but we did reach out to the Atlanta Public School District, and they told us that the coach that you are about to see here was escorted off the field and that they are working on getting us a statement. So right after this video plays, this commercial, we should be able to show that to you. So right now, information is kind of limited in terms of what we know, but we do know that Benjamin E. Mays was playing against Douglas High School at the time, and this all took place right in front of parents, right in front of students during the triple header that was taking place. So now we're just trying to get some more answers and trying to see if we can get a statement as to what led up to this incident. So it looks like we are taking a live feed right here. Let's see if we can get the video. Let me ask TJ, working on getting that video up. Do you have the Benjamin E. Mays video? I'm in the story. It doesn't appear to be showing that. It shows live feed right now, trying to show our viewers the video we were talking about. All right, well, while TJ works on that, I will show you another video that I wanted to talk briefly about. And just give me a moment here, and we will get that up to you. So there was a fire in Covington that took place last night and into this morning, and we do have that video on our website that we can show you. So I'm going to try to bring that back up if I can. So I'm going, okay, here we go. Let's see, let's go back to the football. No, I'm sorry, but bear with me for a moment. Okay, I think we finally got this ready to show you. So again, if you're just tuning in right now, we have this video that you're looking at right here. I want to draw your attention to it if you are not already looking at this. This appears to show a football coach from Benjamin E. Mays that apparently punched another student. That's what the video appears to show. And the Atlanta Public School District did tell us, see right there, there's the strike. Atlanta Public Schools did tell us that the coach that you see right here striking the student was escorted off the field. So I'm going to show that again, just so that you can get a look at what we are talking about. And so this all taking place, very concerning for a lot of parents who told us about this. And so far, all that the school district is saying right now is that the coach was escorted off the field. So that's the video that was just into the Atlanta News First newsroom. And now let's talk about this fire in Covington that I wanted to talk about. We got some just unbelievable images of what took place there. And let's see if that story can show you those details. This is what's so great about our website, is we're always able to show you what we're working on. If we can't get the video in-house and onto the OTT desk, which is the First Alert desk, then we can just take you to our website and really show you what happened. So this fire that you're about to see in about 4 seconds took place early this morning and started into last night. And I'm going to just fast forward here so we can show you just some of the images and just the inferno that was out here. This impacted 4 businesses. Our Atlanta News First reporter, Bridget Spencer, did talk to 2 of the businesses who say that their business is a total loss. And it's still unclear what caused the fire, but the good news, no one was injured. But again, 4 businesses impacted by this early morning fire that took place in Covington, near their Covington Square, their city square there. That's where they say these businesses were located. So that's the very latest of what we know on that. But we're going to take you more in depth. We're going to let you hear from the business owners and people out there in our 9 o'clock newscast. So stick with us for that. And let's see if any extra videos are populating now that it's had some time to think. Not just yet. All right. Well, that was the fire. If you're just looking at it right now in Covington in their downtown area, 4 businesses impacted. No one was hurt. And right now the cause of the fire is still under investigation. So that's the very latest we have on that. And then I'm going to now talk about some other stories that we're working on tonight to talk about with you. And we're going to switch things up here. So our Atlanta News First reporter, Asia Wilson, is working on a story, an update to a story that we've been following since last year. It's a tax credit that will help aging foster care children that are now foster care youth heading into that 18, 19 years old range, 17 years old. These are the foster care children that this really is impacting in a good way. And so we reached out to the Well-Root organization. I've actually worked with them, done a story with them before. And now tonight, Asia Wilson's talking about the $20 million that was allocated to go towards this effort to help provide support, wraparound support for these aging foster care youth, and some of the challenges that they've maybe faced trying to get some of that cash to start to flow into that direction. So we're going to have some more details on that later on tonight. That's our other story that we're working on. And we were out in the community today too, which is always something fun. Unfortunately, I don't have video of that, but this is a very close up, very close up. This is not my shot, but it's okay. So we were out in the community today just helping bring awareness to just some of the issues impacting our youth, gun violence, suicide, and just other mental health issues. And that was a 5K that people were able to show up to, run, walk, just get out in the community and just really draw attention to this issue in numerous different ways and honoring some of the lives that have been lost in those ways as it relates to our youth here in Atlanta. So we have all of that. We're getting that video in as fast as possible, and we'll make sure to share it with you right here on the First Alert desk at our 8 o'clock cut-in and as well at 9 o'clock in our newscast. So make sure that you tune in to Peachtree TV because that's where we are going to be able to share those stories with you in greater depth. So thank you so much for joining us here on Atlanta News First and on our First Alert desk. We love having you, and we'll see you at 9 o'clock.